Welcome to the overview of the paper Approximating Accessibility of Regions from Incomplete Volunteer Data by myself and my colleagues at the Humboldt Institute for Internet and Society. The motivation behind our work simply is that it's useful to know the accessibility of neighborhoods or regions. For instance, for persons with disabilities when they're making travel decisions or to make informative public policy decisions. Now, this information has to be somehow gathered, and the Wheelmap project has done a tremendous job of collecting information on the accessibility of over 1 million places worldwide in the last decade. This project is an initiative of the German nonprofit Sozialhelden, and they use a so-called traffic light system, which I've shown in this slide. If we were to take the information from the Wheelmap data and build a simple metric, or what I would call a naive approximation, we run into the issue of selection bias. As an example, I've picked two regions, Berlin and Flevoland in the Netherlands. And as you can see, the naive accessibility score for Berlin would be 71% and for Flevoland 96%, while about half of Berlin has been actually marked by volunteers. And in Flevoland, the smaller group of volunteers have focused mostly on actually the accessible locations, so only a 4% marking. Our solution is to basically bring in the literature on causality and causal inference by Udio Pearl and his colleagues by first creating a causal graph of what we think affects whether a location is actually accessible or not, and also whether it's marked or not, as shown on this figure. Having drawn such a graph, we could come up with a variety of solutions. One of them would be if we would have ground truth on whether locations are actually accessible or not. We haven't found this. If you in the community are aware of this, we would be happy to hear about it. The second method, which we kind of go in more depth in the paper, and I cannot in this short presentation really mention, is to look for a do intervention on the is marked node. And we believe that the Wheelmap mapathons might be able to serve as such a do intervention. For initial experiments and preliminary findings, please see our paper. And if this topic interests you or you have any tips for us, please visit our poster session and reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. Thank you.